Thank you very much. Please sit down. That's a bang of a welcome from Justice Herrera. Your Excellency, Ambassador Yuichiro Yamasaki, my esteemed neighbor in Makati, and my occasional golfing partner, who always beats me up to the 15th hole. Because after the 15 holes, he calculates he's got to lose. You see, he's the diplomat. I'm only a jurist. Let's see what will happen, Your Excellency, after I retire. We were supposed to play this morning together with Justice Presby Velasco, but because of the advice last night of the Weather Bureau, we chickened out. And so we said, we will not play tomorrow morning, but we will just the same be at the ceremonial program for the Philippine Judicial Academy. So while we were cowards at the golf course, we are brave in the territory of Justice Herrera. I also greet, of course, my colleagues in the judiciary, particularly in the Supreme Court, the 3 appellate courts, the trial judges who are here attending a seminar on orientation for new judges. Please stand up. There we are. Officials of the Philippine Judicial Academy, our supporters and donors, my colleagues in the government service, ladies and gentlemen. I'm asked to deliver a message of inspiration, but I noticed that we already have a lot of earlier session. For instance, my former colleague in the Supreme Court, Justice Tito Torres, gave us an exhortation. And then Councilor Martinez gave us a welcomeization. And Justice Tony Carpio gave us a historization. And then Justice Herrera gave us how they had perspiration in shepherding this project for more than 10 years now. And of course, the most important is that of our good friend Ryu Yamasaki when he gave us demonetization. Monetization, because without the money, we cannot have realization of the project. Equally important is the supportization of the donors, led by also my neighbor in Makati, former Government Corporate Counsel, former cabinet member, former Justice of the Court of Appeals, Manuel Lazaro, whose love for the Philippine Constitution Association, PHILJA, seemed to overshadow his love for the Philippine Judicial Academy. I also would like to greet especially our special guests today, the presidents, chairmen, judges of the constitutional courts and councils of Cambodia. Will please rise. From Cambodia. From China, the People's Republic of China. We have one, isn't it? Korea. Indonesia. Malaysia. Mongolia. Lithuania. Thailand. Vietnam. And of course, the Philippines. Justice Ray Puno. We have two special guests from the sponsor of this 4th Asian Conference of Asian Constitutional Judges. The meet is sponsored by the Konrad Adenauer Foundation. We have two of the officers, Dr. Richter Umbach from Germany and Dr. Klaus-Peter Hill from Singapore. Thank you for bringing this conference to us and for coming back to the Philippines after an absence of 400 years. I was joking with them last night that it's their fault if we are too good in dancing and singing and not too good in science and technology. You see, the Germans came here 400 years ago, but they decided to leave. And so the Spaniards came in and made the Philippines the Latin America of the East with songs and dance. Imagine if you stayed, we would have been manufacturing Mercedes-Benz and BMWs in the Philippines, as well as producing all the German products here, no? Well, after those speeches of exhortation, welcomization, historization, perspiration, monetization, and supportization, I'm asked to deliver a speech of inspiration. You don't need any more inspiration. It's a reality, isn't it? We have now a reality that we will behold shortly. But I am an obedient Chief Justice, obedient to Justice Amor Herrera. She asked me to speak, so I must speak. And that is, you know, the habit in the Supreme Court. We are all members of UHAW. UHAW means Union of Husbands Afraid of Wives. We always follow our wives. In this case, the lady justices of the Supreme Court. You know, Justice Herrera is a retired justice of our Supreme Court. But she is not only brilliant, she's not only diligent, she has a lot of stamina. You know, we traveled together 3 years ago for 24 hours straight, from Manila to Tokyo to Detroit to Ottawa, the Canadian capital. The travel, including stopovers in the airports, took about 24 hours. And we arrived in Canadian capital in the morning of that conference day. And she immediately went to work the whole day. So as the younger, a little bit younger than her, I will not reveal your age.